What's next for Bitcoin? What's the latest news with Solana and low-cap altcoins? Watch today's whole video, because with Bitcoin there are now 11 billion in shorts waiting to be liquidated. If Bitcoin reaches 73,000, and shorts being liquidated is bullish, meaning if Bitcoin breaks out into the green and those shorts get liquidated, we explode higher. Yet if Bitcoin trades below this red zone, below above $59,000 longs get liquidated, suppressing the price lower. The leverage in the system is building as Bitcoin continues in this sideways summer. What comes next for Bitcoin? And what catalysts should we look to? Well, institutional demand for the U.S. Bitcoin ETFs enters its fifth straight day of negative fifth day of outflows for us. Bitcoin ETFs with 140 million out as OFEST yesterday. Now let's remember, this is a trailing indicator, it's not a leading indicator. This tells us what's already happened. Also, one of these days was a national holiday in the U.S., so the ETFs were closed. Although then, I'm not sure why that day reads as negative globally. Accumulation is happening over 1 million of inflows today on day one of VanEck's Australia. Bitcoin ETF, VanEck's first ever listing of AA Spot. Bitcoin ETF on Australia's stock exchange this week could help bring $1 billion of assets under management into Aussie digital asset ETFs, equivalent to around $72 billion in US. This on top of our estimates of $1 billion from the Hong Kong markets and $1 billion for South Korea adds up to $3 billion potential dollars for the Asia-Pacific region. So again, for every seller, there's a buyer. For every weak hand that wants to offload, there's a long-term holder, potentially a diamond hand they're offloading too. And just in, Dell CEO and billionaire Michael Dell posted this picture of the cookie monster eating Bitcoin. The picture says it all, and his retweet of Michael Saylor Bitcoin is digital scarcity says it all. Game theory is playing out. They're starting to realize Dell adding Bitcoin on their balance sheet soon, and here's why this is significant. Because Michael Dell is the 14th richest man in the world, and now he's talking about Bitcoin. What are the chances he knows number 1 through 13th? Also, while some people may say that Dell is no longer relevant, Dell is doing $9 billion in ETA per year, doing fantastic. And while Michael Dell is still the majority owner, meaning he can still make the decisions, Dell is sitting on $6 billion in cash. Now he's posting about Bitcoin. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Also, major news for altcoins. A spot Solana ETF application has been filed in Canada. 3iQ Plans, North America's first Solana ETF, and 3iQ Digital Asset Management is a Canadian investment firm. This has huge implications for a Solana ETF in America, in the US eventually, as just like with Bitcoin and Ethereum, it first happened in Canada, and the proposed fund named QSOL will be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange and aims to track the price movement of Solana's native crypto SOL against the US dollar. Now, will this get approved? Time will tell, but staking yields does appear to be a part of this, meaning if you invest in the ETF, they'll stake the Solana for you, and you can get those passive yields just by holding. This would set a major precedent, as right now the US are appearing not to allow staking yields for the ETH ETF. Also, news for Polygon and Cookie 3. Keep in mind as we go through this list, I am invested in these altcoins. But first, Cookie collaboration announcement. Cookie 3 and Polygon are collaborating to inject new projects into the Cookie ecosystem. Together, we are integrating a crucial AI data layer to enhance data-driven decisions across Polygon-based projects. But why this is pretty interesting is because Polygon wants data. They don't want to guess anymore. Just as a reminder, what is Cookie? Cookie 3 is an AI data layer and marketing FI protocol that bridges businesses' Ks and Web3 users. What problem do they solve? The Cookie ecosystem finds unique ways to connect relevant audiences with the right Web3 projects and rewards both through incentivized data sharing. Basically, when they say marketing FI, they just mean that businesses want to market. They want to find the right KS. They want real users. They don't want bots. What if you had a data aggregate layer that showed you all of this? The ecosystem's 3 platforms help marketers better understand their users, tailor marketing campaigns, and ensure marketing budgets are sent to quality users via advanced AI-powered analytics. So again, the news today is Polygon officially sees the value. They are collaborating across Polygon-based projects. If you guys want to take advantage, anyone is able to stake Cookie for endless airdrops. Lingo has recently been announced. When the Lingo Coins airdrop comes, some of it will go directly to Cookie stakers. And last but not least, they have started their 60-day First Movers campaign launch, 120 API in that pool for early stakers. So if you're looking to farm some airdrops, definitely an option to consider. Also, Ether. Actually, first, NVIDIA. NVIDIA surpasses Microsoft, becoming the world's most valuable company by market cap. Ether is a crypto project that has joined the NVIDIA Inception program. Just as a reminder on what Ether is, building scalable decentralized cloud infrastructure for gaming and AI. So decentralized cloud storage, Ether's vast supply of NVIDIA's H100 GPUs, the largest in the DeFi ecosystem, offers limitless scalability for our clients to drive AI innovation. A large amount of enterprise GPUs are actually underutilized, right? So if you look at enterprise GPU usage, and founder of Ether explains how they're able to grow and the manner in which they function properly. Hence, if you look GPU usage at enterprise, across US data centers, for instance, they're seated at a distance of roughly 18. I apologize for the 18% consumption on average. Virtually 80% underutilization across this infrastructure, and this is really costly infrastructure, you say. You know, a H100 server is about $300,000 US correctly based on the specification, selecting it, then plugging it in to establishing a data center and covering the electricity. The rack, the bandwidth. Once more, space is very costly, underutilization in that particular situation. This is a really pricey appropriate state with significant influence on your company's bottom line. So what we can accomplish is efficiently call the doors of businesses that possess a significant amount of this, calculate and say, hey, we know you most likely have the part of your computer inadequately used. How would you like to very easily relate that to we'll match it with a worldwide network, somewhat of an network of demand. We'll pay you back right away. So one of the numerous reasons why I'm optimistic about distributed cloud storage, and especially Ether. Thus, yes, this is what I really did. Brief analysis, For those who, for the daily altcoin subscribers on Twitter, I divulged the top one deep within alternative coin I'm now accruing, so it possesses 20 times the GPU of the render. The network has 5 times as many T-flops. Computing capacity compared to AOSH network, 31 times increased commitment of capital for infrastructure compared to render network and ACO coupled. Like I already stated, a plethora of infrastructure, which is the reason I'm not only having a few nodes going, I'm a financier. All I want to do is keep you a handful of items that fascinate me. And since Ether's GPU is the biggest network and highest committed revenue within the deep-in sector, Ether holds the keys to global GPU compute, which is arguably the most valuable and most disruptive asset compute in history, by the way. If you're looking for a great place to buy, sell, or trade altcoins, check out exchange partner Bybit and get up to $30,000 worth of deposit bonuses with code Altcoin Daily. And my brother and I will be on stage this year for Bitcoin Nashville. Main stage, come out and hang with us, come out and support us. And there's 7 days until ticket prices go up. So use code Altcoin Daily for 10% off, link down below. See you tomorrow.